Saying no isn't rude or unkind, it's a boundary, a declaration of your own limits and priorities. It's about understanding that you have the right to choose how you spend your time and energy. It's an act of self-respect. It's recognizing your own value and not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. It's about honoring your commitments to yourself as much as you honor commitments to others. Early in our careers, we feel pressure to say yes to everything, often driven by a desire to please and a fear of missing out, hoping to prove ourselves, to show our dedication and willingness to go the extra mile. But constant agreement chips away at our own needs, slowly eroding our sense of self and our capacity to perform at our best. Until we're lost in others' expectations, struggling to keep up with demands that don't align with our goals or values. No is a tool for creating a life that's authentic and manageable. It allows you to prioritize what truly matters and to say yes to the opportunities that align with your passions and purpose. Think of your energy as a bank account. You have a finite amount to invest each day. Every unwanted yes is a withdrawal you can't afford. It depletes your resources and leaves you feeling drained and resentful. This isn't about being difficult or confrontational. It's about being honest with yourself and others, setting clear expectations, and communicating your boundaries with respect and clarity. Your worth isn't measured by how much you do for others, but by the quality of your contributions and the integrity of your actions. Overextending yourself leads to lower quality work, increased stress, and a higher likelihood of errors, and burnout, leaving you unable to contribute effectively to anything. A thoughtful no preserves your best self for what truly matters, allowing you to focus your energy and attention on the tasks and relationships that are most important to you. When you choose your commitments intentionally, aligning them with your values and goals, you reclaim your power, taking control of your life and shaping it according to your own vision. Saying no to one thing is saying yes to something else, like rest, rejuvenation, and self-care. Family, strengthening bonds and nurturing relationships that bring joy and support. Or your own priorities, pursuing your passions and investing in your personal growth. This isn't selfish. It's not about neglecting others or shirking your responsibilities. It's essential for your well-being, allowing you to show up as your best self for the people and projects that matter most. The power of no is in affirming your own needs, recognizing your limitations and prioritizing your own well-being. It's a skill that brings clarity and focus to your life, allowing you to make conscious choices about how you spend your time and energy. Practice saying no with confidence, even in small ways, to build your comfort level and assertiveness. And watch your energy and authenticity grow as you align your actions with your values and create a life that is truly your own. Remember, a strategic no is a yes to yourself, a commitment to your own well-being and success. Protect your time, the most valuable resource you have. Your energy, the fuel that drives your passions and pursuits. And your peace, the foundation for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Boundaries are the invisible lines, often unspoken, that protect your well-being, your energy, and your time. They are essential for maintaining a healthy sense of self. They signal to the world, and perhaps more importantly to yourself, that your needs and limits matter. They are not selfish, they are self-respectful. Without boundaries, others define your limits, often unconsciously, leaving you feeling powerless, resentful, and ultimately depleted. When you say yes to things that drain you, to requests that overextend you, you're not being authentic. You're sacrificing your own needs for the perceived approval of others. Setting boundaries is about taking off the mask, shedding the expectations, and saying, this is who I am, this is what I value, this is what I need, and I deserve to have it respected. Defining your boundaries is a journey of self-discovery, a continuous process of understanding yourself better. Pay attention to what drains you, what leaves you feeling empty or resentful or triggers resentment. These feelings are valuable clues. These are signals a boundary is needed, a clear indication that something needs to change. For example, if late-night calls leave you exhausted and unable to focus the next day, set a limit around your evening time. Designate specific hours for work and protect your personal time fiercely. Honoring your limits builds self-respect and cultivates inner confidence. It reinforces the message that you are worthy of care and consideration. Each time you say no, each time you assert your boundaries to an unreasonable request, to something that compromises your well-being, you reinforce your self-worth and strengthen your sense of personal power. Building boundaries is a practice, a continuous refinement, not a one-time event. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to prioritizing others, but it gets easier with time, and the rewards are immeasurable. As you grow in self-awareness, you'll stop seeking external validation and approval and become your own advocate, your own protector, your own champion. Boundaries are the blueprint for a life rooted in self-worth, a life built on a foundation of respect and self-compassion. You become the guardian of your own happiness, the architect of your own well-being. Protecting your peace, setting those limits is a powerful act of self-love, a declaration that you are worthy of your own care and attention. Setting boundaries actually strengthens relationships. Without them, resentment and misunderstanding build up. When you don't communicate your limits, others can't know when they've crossed a line. Clear boundaries provide clarity and predictability, removing guesswork. They foster trust and authenticity, allowing deeper connections. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, resentment grows. By setting boundaries up front, you prevent that resentment from taking root. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, not obligation. With boundaries, you show up as your best self, giving freely and joyfully. Your yes becomes genuine and your relationships thrive. Boundaries create a foundation of respect for everyone involved. The workplace is where boundaries are most tested. Saying yes to everything leads to burnout, not success. Professional boundaries mean doing your best work sustainably. Define your work hours and stick to them. Turn off notifications after hours. If a colleague emails late, respond during work hours to show you value your time. Know your role and evaluate your capacity before taking on new tasks. A healthy boundary might be, I'd be happy to help, but which priority should I shift? This shows you're strategic, not just eager. Emotional boundaries matter too. Don't absorb others' stress. Support colleagues, but don't take on their burdens. Protecting your energy keeps you resilient and effective. Boundaries at work are key to long-term success. Setting boundaries with friends and family can be tough, but it's essential. We often feel obligated to be endlessly available, but this leads to exhaustion. With friends, set limits around your time and emotional energy. For example, I care about you, but I can't talk about this late at night. Let's chat this weekend. With family, boundaries might mean limiting unsolicited advice or setting expectations for visits. Be respectful but clear. I appreciate your concern, but I feel confident in my choices. Boundaries aren't about pushing loved ones away. They create healthier, more honest relationships. When you stop overgiving out of guilt, you give from a place of genuine love. Protecting your peace is a gift to yourself and those you care about. Teach others how to have a healthy relationship with the best version of you. The cost of weak boundaries is real. Take Maya, a designer who said yes to every project. She became the go-to person but burned out, lost her creativity and dreaded work. Or Liam, who said yes to every social invite to fit in only to feel lonely, disconnected and financially stressed. Their constant yes led to exhaustion and loss of self. These stories aren't to scare you, but to show that saying yes too often is a sign of weak boundaries. It leads to living on others' terms, sacrificing your own well-being. For Maya, the cost was her passion and mental health. For Liam, it was his finances and sense of self. Both could have avoided burnout by learning to set limits. Saying no isn't just helpful. It's essential for survival in today's world. Protect what matters most by honoring your boundaries. Your well-being is worth more than constant approval. Let these stories be a reminder. Boundaries are non-negotiable. Many believe saying no is selfish, but that's a myth. We're taught to put others first, but abandoning our needs leads to resentment and burnout. No is not selfish, it's self-preservation. Like putting on your own oxygen mask first, you must care for yourself to help others. If you're depleted, you can't show up for anyone. An honest no is kinder than a resentful yes. People sense when you're acting out of obligation. A clear, respectful no honors both you and the other person. Setting boundaries models healthy behavior for others. When you protect your time, you give others permission to do the same. Boundaries create a culture of respect and authenticity. They make relationships more transparent and sustainable. Self-preservation benefits everyone. Knowing how to say no is just as important as knowing when. Saying no doesn't have to be harsh. There's a gentle art to it. Be clear, concise, and respectful. You don't need to over-explain. Try the no but method. Start with empathy, deliver your no and offer an alternative if you wish. For example, thanks for thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now. Maybe next time. Directness is powerful. Thank you, but I won't be able to make it. Use I statements. I don't have the capacity for that right now. This keeps the focus on your needs, not the other person's request. The goal is to communicate your limit, not criticize. Practice these phrases to build confidence. Saying no gracefully is a skill anyone can learn. Setting boundaries, it's a fundamental aspect of self-care and healthy relationships. It's about defining your limits, understanding your needs, and communicating them effectively to others. Is a lifelong practice, a continuous process of learning and adapting. It's not something you achieve overnight, but rather a skill that you hone over time. It's definitely not a one-time fix. There's no magic solution or instant remedy when it comes to establishing healthy boundaries. Like building a muscle, it requires consistent effort and dedication. It feels awkward at first, maybe even a little uncomfortable. You might worry about how others will react or if you're being selfish. But the good news is it gets easier with repetition. The more you practice setting boundaries, the more natural and confident you'll become. Start small, begin with manageable steps that feel comfortable for you. Maybe don't answer emails after 7 p.m. or set a specific time each day to disconnect from work. Or keep a call short when you're tired. Prioritize your well-being and recognize when you need to recharge. Each small win, each successful boundary you set builds your confidence for bigger challenges. It reinforces your belief in your ability to protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Expect some pushback. Not everyone will immediately understand or accept your boundaries. People may be surprised or upset, especially if they're used to you accommodating their needs without question. But remember, their reaction is not your responsibility. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions. Your job is to state your limit calmly, clearly, and respectfully, and hold it. Be firm in your resolve and consistent in your actions. Don't get drawn into arguments or debates about your boundaries or feel pressured to justify your boundary. You don't need to explain or apologize for prioritizing your own well-being. Say, I understand this is new, and I appreciate your understanding, but this is what I need right now. Keep your explanation simple and direct. Support from friends, mentors, or therapists can be invaluable, can help you stay strong and navigate challenging situations. Lean on your support system for encouragement and guidance. Read, listen, and learn about boundaries from books, podcasts, or workshops to reinforce your growth and deepen your understanding of healthy boundaries. Every boundary you set, no matter how small, is a step toward a more authentic, peaceful life. It's an investment in your overall well-being and happiness. Celebrate your progress, acknowledge your efforts, no matter how small. Every step forward is a victory worth celebrating. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination, of self-respect and empowerment. Embrace the process and be patient with yourself. Boundaries honor who you are, your values, and what you need to thrive. They create space for you to be your authentic self. Commit to this practice. Make a conscious decision to prioritize your well-being for a lifetime of well-being. It's an investment that will pay dividends in your relationships, your career, and your overall quality of life.